Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Spokane, Washington. Time now for Gonzaga and Long Beach State. Tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Numerica Credit Union. Pay bills, deposit checks, access your account 24/7 with digital banking at Numerica Credit Union. Plus, show your Bulldog pride with your Zags debit card only at Numerica, federally insured by the NCUA, equal housing opportunity. Makai Berry, starting guard for the Beach. Bambrick, Jaskova, Harris, and Hamilton Fisher. For Gonzaga, the Trong sisters. Michaela Williams coming into her own, a real defensive stopper for Gonzaga. There's Hollingsworth, and of course we talked about Yvonne Egypt. I'm Greg Heister along with Stephanie Hawk-Freeman. We go down now to A.J. Howell, who's got more from the baseline, I believe. Hi, A.J.
Hey, guys. As we look towards this matchup, just wanted to point out that both coaching staffs have something that you don't see a lot across college basketball, and that's longevity where they are being together. Now, when you look over at behind me right here at the Zags, since head coach Lisa Fourier has taken over here in 2014, she's had the same people working with her the whole time. Assistant coach Jordan Green has said that an asset is Lisa doesn't micromanage. She lets them do their own thing.
Thank you, H.A. And, you know, you've known this coaching staff for a long time, partner. They've been here for a while. They're together. It's so important when you're building and maintaining a great program.
It really is. When you look at this core group, all four coaches together for 9 years, the stability that brings to a program, you just don't see that at a lot of programs. And I think that's just another piece of that Gonzaga family that really makes this program special.
And Lisa Fourier, hard to believe this, but in her 9th year, it's just crazy how fast these years are going by. But Stacy Kleinsmith, Jordan Green, and of course Craig Fortier as well. And what a fantastic job they've done. 5 consecutive trips to the NCAA tournament. Did you ever think all those years ago that this program would be going to the NCAA tournament 5 straight years?
You know, Greg, when I was being recruited here, we knew something was special that was happening. We could see it. We could see it within Gonzaga. And I think maybe if you said exactly did I expect them to go to so many NCAA tournaments or whatever, no, but you could tell that this program was headed in the right direction.
Yeah, and they have just dominated the West Coast Conference now for, I mean, a couple of decades.
Yeah, well, they've got 17 regular WCC titles, and I think it's like 17 out of the last 18 or something like that. 13 NCAA appearances, like you said, 5 straight. Last year, going into the second round, where they gave Louisville, number 1 Louisville, quite a scare.
Yes, I mean, that was close. All right, Gonzaga basketball to begin. That's Kaylee Trong into the corner to her sister. Ejim right away, short jump shot is a bit long, and it's saved by McWilliams. Ejim inside, Gonzaga's on the board first.
You can see Long Beach coming out in a zone already. Gonzaga got into their offense just fine. They read it perfectly, and then it's so hard to box out in a zone. You have to be really disciplined, and Gonzaga doing a nice job of crashing those O boards, getting a second chance.
And it's, you know, Ejim. I mean, you're not going to box her out easily anyways. That's Kiana Hamilton Fisher, a redshirt junior from Woodland Hills, California. And the Beach with our first look from 3. And they have the early 3-2 lead.
And this is a very strong defensive team. They like to cause chaos. They give a lot of pressure. They lost a lot of players last year. They, in fact, lost their top 3 scorers. They have 10 newcomers this year, and 4 freshmen, 6 transfers. So, you know, when you look at film tape from last year, it's kind of hard to base a lot off of it and try and scout for it, except for you know that head coach Jeff Hammond is going to stick with his principles, right? His type of game of play.
There's the takeaway and a chance for Gonzaga to take the lead. Ejim flashing inside. She's got the ball. 2 more. 4-3. Gonzaga on top.
That is an excellent read by Hollingsworth. She takes one little dribble, recognizes that the defense comes over for help. Yvonne just slipping to the basket, way too easy.
And look, when you're researching this game, this is a Beach team picked to finish 3rd in the Big West. They've got some ability, Malia, but this is some tough scheduling here to begin this year.
Greg, let's just talk about how long ago that that was. That was my freshman year.
Yeah.
I remember that game.
Okay, and downtown, Kaylin Trong, a senior from Houston. Gonzaga up 7-5. Both teams start fast offensively. The Beach have hit their first two. Gonzaga now 3 of 5.
Hey, if you're recognizing number one for the Beach, that is Malia Bambrick from Pepperdine transferring over. She is a scorer. Gonzaga does not want her to get going.
Trong, that rimmed out. Hollingsworth battling, loose ball. Kaylee Trong with it. Williams fakes, the drive, hangs, bingo. Michaela's first points.
I love the second effort there by Gonzaga, sticking with it, and I think if Michaela Williams can do more of that, driving into the paint and creating for herself, it's going to make her that much more deadly. I mean, you mentioned she's a great defender, but if she can provide that offensive threat, watch out.
That shot way off by Jeskova, junior from the Czech Republic. 9-8. Gonzaga's hit 4 of their first 7. Long Beach State 3 of their first 4. So not a great defensive start by either team, but it's the opener for both teams. And why not get off to a good start offensive? It's good television.
It
partner.
is good television. I was looking at Long Beach schedule, and they did not have a listed exhibition game. This is their first game in front of fans. And so I wasn't quite sure how they were going to come out and respond. Offensively, they have responded well.
Eacham on the run out. Back-to-back turnovers. First Gonzaga, and then Patricia Chung gave it up. And the Zags make them pay. 3-point lead. There's Bambrick. Steph just talked about her a moment ago. Bounce pass. Eacham there on the weak side defense. And now Gonzaga can build on their 3-point lead. This is Williams in the corner. Kaylin, bounce, no look. Eacham, 2 more. That's great offense. What a play, Kaylin Trong.
I am just loving how Gonzaga is flying around. They're sharing the ball. They're making the right reads.
They've got 6 buckets, 5 assists. And a transition 3 off the front of the rim. Rebounded by the Beach. This is Chung with it. And now they'll slow it down. It's been a fast start by both teams. It's been up and down. Chung watched by Williams. Michaela probably Gonzaga's best on-ball defender.
Well, yes, yeah. And that's been her role when she comes in. She's been a strong defender for them, and her length. You know, she's sit there listed at 6'1". That's long for a guard. And really, that, like I said, that's been her role. And if she could start chipping in and kind of producing offensively a little bit more, that's going to be awesome.
Our first look at Gonzaga's bench. Maud Hybens, number 5, checks in. So does Brenda Maxwell, number 22. If you're a Zag fan tuning in tonight, first time you've seen Maxwell, what do we know about Brenda?
Transfer from Utah, and I'm telling you what, this lady can shoot the lights out, and she, not just from the 3-point line, she's got a nice little mid-range game and can take it to the rim as well. Really tough competitor.
Eacham offensive rebound, did not hear the whistle, but there was a foul call. Eacham with free throws coming back. Yvonne already with 8 points on 4 of 5 shooting. She's got a rebound. Gonzaga up by 5, 4:58 to play in the first. Welcome back. Tonight's Keys to the Game brought to you by Northern Quest Resort and Casino. Earn your bragging rights at Northern Quest with more slot machines, more table games, restaurants, lounges, and luxury hotel rooms than anyone else in the region. Northern Quest, yes, the best. More at northernquest.com.
All right, keys to the game. You got to have poise if you're Gonzaga. Last year, the Beach was number 1 in country in the turnover margin, and they were tied for 7th in steals at 12 a game. They will pick up and pressure a majority of the game. Team D, you got to have help side. Long Beach loves the dribble drive, one-on-ones. You got to know who's the lefties. There's like 4 or 5 lefties on this Beach team. And then the inside-out attack with Gonzaga. got to establish the inside game. It'll open up those outside shooters. I just really like, I think Gonzaga's playing their best when they get that established.
And the Zags with some volume shooting so far in the first, already with 11 shots. They've made 6. They've also forced the Beach into 4 turnovers. And Egypt at the free throw line, our first free throws of the game. And Yvonne already with 9 points. She got a shot at being the player of the year in the West Coast Conference?
Yes.
Is she the one that's going to win it?
I don't. You've got your other teammates out there on the court with
right.
her.
You got Kaylee, right?
Yeah.
And now some press. Zags create another turnover. This is Maxwell. Bounce. Kaylee strip. Nice defensive play there by Courtney Murphy, number 33, to shut down that threat. But Gonzaga's lead now at 7 and 4:47 to play in the first quarter. Long Beach State on the road. They want to keep Gonzaga right here. Sister to sister. Kaylee with the home court bounce. Her first bucket.
The vision that Gonzaga's playing with right now is unremarkable. I mean, they are finding each other in these little cracks in the lanes and getting themselves really easy looks.
And I noticed in that last time out, like, it's been a frantic pace to these first 5 minutes, and both teams over there, a lot of girls breathing hard already. Can they keep that up? First game,
first
right?
Game of the season, right?
Yeah, you're not in game shape yet?
Not game shape yet, yeah. But the nice thing, if you're a Zag fan, deep bench. I mean, they just keep bringing punch after punch off the bench, and they don't really drop off.
There's Makai Berry. Led this team. Well, she's the leading returning scorer for Long Beach State. Missing on that dribble drive, her first attempt of the game. No look. Hyben's running the floor. Can't finish. There was contact under the bucket. No whistle. And the deflection out of bounds by Kaylin Trong. Should have been a foul at the other end.
It did look like quite a bit of contact. And let's take a look.
Nice, clearly.
Well, and something Gonzaga has been known for, you talked about their defense in the opener, but, well, not that on that play maybe, but their post can run.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
And when you've got guards that'll feed the post, it makes them want to run even more.
But that's been a signature of the program, right?
Yeah.
We don't want plotters. We want ladies that can get up and down the floor. Egypt thought about the jump shot, skip into the corner. Maxwell, 3 on the way. What a good-looking shot.
I was so excited when Gonzaga announced that she was coming here because I'd seen her play before and I knew what she was capable of doing. She is a phenomenal shooter. She's going to give them so many more scoring opportunities. When you look at losing Sierra Walker and an excellent three-point shooter in that, but Brenna comes in and she brings more length as well.
There's Maxwell. Kaylee Trong, 3 on the way. Oh, net. Kaylee now with 5. A.J. Howell, you've got more on Brenna Maxwell. What do you got?
All right, guys, so Brenna's from the west side of the state. She was actually recruited by Gonzaga out of high school, but obviously she chose the Utes. She left her mark there with ranking 5th in the program history from Beyond the Arc, earning all-conference honors as a freshman. And this year she's named to the Becky Hammond Mid-Major Player of the Year preseason watch list. Coach Lisa Fortier says she's pretty competitive. When they play games as a team, stuff like Family Feud, she doesn't just get competitive, she gets angry. And she says preseason she's looked desperate and tenacious to earn playing time.
Thank you, AJ. And it should be pointed out that she left the Utah program that is a sleeper pick in the Pac-12 this year. That is a team that could win a regular season championship or a tournament title in the Pac-12. They're certainly a top 4 team.
Oh yeah, they came on strong late in that Pac-12 tournament and then did some damage in the NCAA tournament. Like I said, I'd seen her play before, and this is just so exciting. I cannot wait to see what she does in a Zag uniform.
Uh-oh, left wide open is Berry. Coach Fortier won't be happy about that. A missed assignment. The Red Sea Open.
That might be one you see in film tomorrow.
That might be the first play you see in film.
Whoopsies.
What happened with this? 23-12, still a fast start for Gonzaga. Michaela Williams guarded there by Yeskeva. Williams is fouled inside, and Michaela will go to the free throw line. Michaela, now a junior, grew up in Los Angeles, California. Big time recruit when she came here. And you can see she came here, and you can tell right away that she could contribute defensively. You're starting to see her offensive game develop, aren't you?
Yeah, I think when she's got the ball in her hands just there, she's looking a lot more confident. She's looking for those lanes inside, whereas before it wasn't so much looking for that. It was just she was out there to play her role defensively, and you can see her right here picking up the ball.
Michaela now with 4. Corner 3 on the way. That's off from Kenan Kaw. Ball off of Williams. And now another turnover. Berry turns on the Jets. Left hand drops. 25-14. Mackay with
Get her going.
good deflection. They tried to enter the ball to the post. And now a chance for the Beach. Down by 11. Mackay Berry.
Yeah, and if you're Gonzaga, this is what Long Beach likes to do. We talked about they're a really good defensive team. They're feeding off of those defensive plays that they've made. Gonzaga needs to slow down, make some ball fakes, make those easy passes like they were before.
Great cut there by Christina Yeskeva. Berry found her. Corner 3 on the way, and that's good. Hollingsworth. And the Zags really spreading the floor in this game. And I love the fact that there's a travel, another turnover to go back to Gonzaga. Game started with feed the post, get it to Yvonne Ejim, and now you see in transition they're looking for shooters.
Well, yeah, I mean, because the defense has to collapse inside, that's going to leave those shooters open even more. And Hollingsworth, really, from day one, I've always been told that she has a great outside three-point shot. That baseline 3, though, is tough. Typically, you're going to see your post trail from the top of the key and shoot that. So that, like you said, is going to stretch the floor even more and give the other post room to work inside.
And we should see some drives to the bucket here soon. Callie Stokes, redshirt freshman on the floor for Gonzaga, number 10, setting the screen there. Escava, though, went right around it. Caitlin Trong needs help. Stokes, Maxwell faked the 3. A lot of dribble right now. 6 on the shot clock. Hollingsworth trying to create space. Is that a foul or a travel down there? Travel, turnover. Either way. Gonzaga up by 12 and now with 5 turnovers. And most of those coming in the last 3-4 minutes of this first quarter. Berry with Williams right there. Mackay trying to spin. Williams doing a good job. Good defense by Michaela. Stokes with the basketball. Gonzaga will play for 1. Well, a foul call. Foul called on Kiana Hamilton Fisher. Stops the clock with 23.1 seconds to play. There's Caitlin Trong. Maxwell in the far corner. Williams in the near corner. Hollingsworth and Stokes near the post. Under 10 to go. Caitlin to the corner. Oh, what a dish, but good defense in there. The strip by Tori Harris. Gonzaga takes it right back. Hollingsworth knocked to the floor by Yeskeva, and the foul is called with 2.3 seconds to play in this opening quarter.
My goodness, what a turnaround of plays here.
Yeskeva looks like a physical player. Caitlin Trong got it off. Oh, up the front of the rim. Well, I think that's a good start to this season for Gonzaga. Opening quarter They lead by 12. They ended up 10 of 15, 10 of 16 in that first quarter for 62.5%. Long Beach State, 58%, 7 of 12. Second quarter from the McCarthy Athletic Center when we come back. Tonight's Gonzaga basketball broadcast brought to you by Arby's, your delicious neighborhood meat crafter. Stop by Arby's today. Arby's, we have the meats. I love walking in the tunnel of the McCarthy Athletic Center. Look at all those great players that we've enjoyed here on television over these years. And I've been able to sit courtside, call it. You've played with some of them. You've also sat here for a long time with me, calling the games with so many great players now. It's like a shrine when you walk through this building.
It really is.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
And you're up in there.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
Yes.
Couple spots.
Yes, gave it to the post. I think Williams got a hand on that shot by Malia Bambrick. So Gonzaga with an opportunity here. Long Beach State now with 8 turnovers. That's a lot in this opening half. Caitlin Trong faked the 3. Drive, scoop with the left hand. That's too easy. Went right by Makai Berry.
Yeah, the lane just didn't close up, and Hollingsworth in there kind of a rub screen to keep that defender off, giving enough space for Trong to finish.
This is Tucker. And the offensive foul. Caitlin Trong took the charge, showing some toughness.
Well, great job. This Long Beach team wants to get in the paint. They want to go one-on-one. They want to drive. And so when you've got that help side defense stepping in and taking charges like that, it's going to close those lanes and, you know, really make Long Beach think twice about going in there.
Nice catch by Kaylin. Pass was not quite on target. She had to move to the right. Shot doesn't go. There's a deep 3 by Bambrick is off. Long rebound in the corner. The battle won by Stokes. Big rebound there.
So maybe a little bit of surprise. Stokes listed as a guard, only 5'11", but she's going to get some playing time inside. She's got that strong build. She can bang bodies down there, and she's flying around.
Hey, when you're young, you just play anywhere. You want the minutes. Hollingsworth with the catch. Yaskeva is there defensively, and there's the shot clock violation. Officials are letting them play, aren't they, partner?
Yes, they are.
There's a lot of contact. There'll be some bruises in the morning.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. A 7:30 start. The game should feel like a hockey game.
Yeah.
I mean,
yes.
Just my opinion.
You
Hockey's a late night sport.
You know way more about hockey than I do, so I'm gonna trust you on this one.
Yaskeva with the basketball a long way away. And the deflection. Kaylin Trong leaves it for his sister. This is Williams from 12 feet. Missed it. And the long rebound goes to Chung, but she slowed it down. She had a chance, I think, to lead the charge. Half-court offense now for the Beach. Hamilton Fisher to the post. And Yaskeva again knocked to the floor. She'll shoot free throws. Christina, 6'2" junior from the Czech Republic. Yaskeva with 2 points. Does not shot a free throw yet. That's the first free throw for Long Beach State. That's Chung guarding her. 12-point lead for Gonzaga. They've hit 11 of their first 19 shots. Michaela Williams in that far corner. Hollingsworth. Good defense there. Tori Harris took it away. Harris still with the ball. Tori right at Ejim. And the offensive foul. And again, it's Kaylin Trong stepping in front of another charge.
She's going to have the bruises
yes.
for sure.
Yes. She may already have them.
That takes a lot of guts to stand in front of someone like that. It's a lot of that's a lot of banging on a body.
That's,
I mean, that's
such
a lot
good play, though.
It is.
When you have
it's
the courage to do that.
Oh, I know.
Somebody crushing down the lane and you step in front, especially when you're a guard. Here's Williams. Yaskeva got a fingertip on it. Chung battling with Ejim. I think that was off of Chung. But the official said, well, yes, it was off of Chung.
Well, Greg, I'm not sure if those tired legs are settling in a little bit now, but both teams, you know, they got off to that hot start in the first quarter, and this quarter's not going as smoothly.
No, I agree with that. Gonzaga now with 9 turnovers. Long Beach State with 11. Listen, Gonzaga with 9 turnovers, they've still put 30 points up with 9 turnovers.
Yeah, but that's a stat that
I know,
yeah,
but
you're
still,
looking at that, and
right?
you're
Like,
gonna want to.
that talks how good they are offensively. Great defense again. This by Kaylee. Oh, the no look to Ejim, but the beach was there. I don't think that pass ever had a chance.
Yeah.
Bambrick got a fingertip on it. Gonzaga basketball. 26 seconds on the shot clock. 6:26 to play. First half. Greg Heister, Stephanie Hawk Freeman, and A.J. Howell. And Gonzaga pouring it on. Tell you what, Kaylin Trong, right now the player of the game for Gonzaga. She's done it at both ends.
Yeah, defensively, and then the defense will always get you pumped. When you're taking those 2 charges like that, that is just going to amp you up, and then now you've got your offensive game going. You start rolling, watch out.
And I also, you start defending like that, you're not coming off the floor.
Right, no.
Right, you're going to earn extra minutes.
That's right.
She's already a big part, but you're going to earn extra when you're willing to step in front of a raging drive down the lane like she's already done twice. Here's Ejim. 10 on the shot clock. Kaylin Trong.
So you can see the beach is in man-to-man, and every time they're switching screens. So if Gonzaga continues to be patient, they're going to have some advantages. They're going to have mismatches that they can take advantage of. But what I like is all the shooters for Gonzaga right now, they're not hesitating. When they catch that ball, they know that they're open, and they're putting the ball up confidently.
Ivins with the rebound, and again, Gonzaga running. Kaylin Trong, each with 8. Ivins, again, contact. There was, I'm not hearing the whistles down there. Are you hearing the whistles?
That one
but
was
that must have been an offensive
soft,
foul.
Yep.
Another look at it. Ivan's right idea, but good defense there by
You know what
the
I would have
Beach.
loved there, if that was me? The spin back around. She had that middle right open, and I think if she watches some film tape there, the coaches will show her that.
Under 5 minutes to play now, first half. Barry drives, but Williams caught up. Hamilton Fisher into the corner. Bambrick on the baseline. And the ball's off of Kaylee Trong. Timeout on the floor, 4:47 to play first half. Gonzaga up big right now on the beach. 36-18. Ejim into double digits. Gonzaga fan of the game brought to you by Idaho Central Credit Union. Idaho Central Credit Union, your financial success fan club. Great opening night for Gonzaga. Still shooting 59%. Long Beach State now cooling off, down to 43.8%. Zags, I don't know. Obviously, we're not even a half into the season yet, but they look like the real deal to me.
I think they're playing really well with each other this early on.
I like the chemistry, yes.
Yes, the chemistry's there. they're sharing the ball, right? We really haven't seen just a one-hit wonder out there, right? They are finding each other. They're finding each other in the lanes. They're moving around. They're scrambling. I think this, like you said, yes, the chemistry is special on this team.
There's the drive. Egypt, I think, got a hand on it. Tori Harris can't score at the horn. And Gonzaga now with another chance. Hyben's trying to go high-low, but the defense is there. Maxwell with it. Kaylee Trong, quick trigger. It was tipped right to Maxwell. Right place, right time.
Yeah, you got to give credit to Ejim because she was the one in there battling for it. And if she wasn't in there, the Beach would have got that rebound. And great job by Maxwell crashing the boards.
Yes, she was in position. That ball was, oh, I guess they called a foul on Ejim there. And that's her first. Turnover. 13th of this first half by the Beach. Maxwell in transition, in and out. Ejim another offensive rebound. And free throws coming for Yvonne Ejim. And what a great job she does running the floor.
Yeah, the pressure that Gonzaga puts on other teams in transition is going to really cause some problems for some opponents this year. Like we said, the post can get up the floor really quickly, and you've got guards that have incredible vision, right? So it's going to put a lot of teams in tough situations.
I love this team's ability to spread the floor, to shoot it. They have tremendous IQ out on the floor. You can tell these girls really understand the game. And I think they're going to win a tremendous amount of games. And I'm already going to go out on a limb. They're obviously a top 25 team. The way that they can score the basketball, you're going to have to play your best to beat them. The Achilles heel might be when they play. There's a big shot from the corner, number 25, Kiana Hamilton-Fisher. When they play a team with a dominant post, can they deal with that?
Yeah, I think what we talked about it's got to be more team defense. So you're going to see some double downs, but you're right. Gonzaga's not. They don't have the size like they've shown in the past. Ejim only listed about 6'1". Hollingsworth is 6'3". Hyben 6'3", but
yeah, there's nobody 6'5", and
right,
there's not a dominant player down there.
You don't really have a shot blocker in there. You know, Anna Maria from last year, 6'5",
yes,
you know, could really alter some shots inside. And so I think you're going to see some changes of defensive double downs and things like that.
But this team is going to score a tremendous amount of points. You're going to have to bring your offense to beat them. You're going to have to really be able to defend the ball because they're going to shoot it so well.
Yeah.
You can tell, like, this team is loaded with shooters. And we're seeing how important that is in the NBA right now. The Lakers can't shoot it. They're terrible. Maxwell ties up Yaskeva. Possession arrow favoring Gonzaga. Ejim goes to the bench. Eliza Hollingsworth, the redshirt junior from Melbourne, Australia, checks in. 2:50 to play first half. Great start to this season. Love the energy. Maxwell, good defense there. Grabbed out of the sky by Bambrick. The Beach now. Here's Yaskeva. Back to Bambrick into the corner. Out on top. Good ball movement.
Great ball
Wide
movement.
open shot, and it's buried by Tori Harris.
Tori Harris is a player that you don't want to get going. 3 points on the night, but she's coming over, transfer from St. Bonaventure. She was a really good scorer and has a scorer's mentality.
And then the steal by Yaskeva, the run out and score by Hamilton-Fisher. And that creates the timeout from that Zag bench. Lisa Fortier wants to talk it over. So a couple of turnovers there, but you got to credit Long Beach State. 2 possessions ago when she hit that three, that was their best offensive possession of that first half. Ball really moved.
It really did. You had players running their lanes, made the right reads, Yaskeva.
Look at the ball
Yeah,
movement.
to Bambrick.
Without a dribble.
Right.
And then Yaskeva on the ball.
Yeah.
Took it away from Hybens. Easy bounce, easy bucket. Still a 14-point lead for Gonzaga.
Well, you just can't be soft. And on that play right there, we just saw Yaskeva, you know, they're going to get their hands, right? This is a defensive team, the Beach is, and you just cannot be careless or lackadaisical with the ball when you're out there. They're going to come all the time, and they're not going to give up.
And you know Long Beach State knows right now we're not going to outscore Gonzaga. If it's offense on offense, they're going to get back in defensively in this game. They're going to be testing the ball handler.
And you can see right here coming little full court man pressure. If they stick in this, any screen, they've been switching. So if you're Gonzaga, be patient. Look for the mismatches.
Foul called on Kiana Hamilton-Fisher. 2 minutes to play first half, 40-26. Gonzaga. Fisher with 2 personal fouls now. Zags with just 3 personal fouls this half. In many ways, it's been a really efficient first half. I know the coaches are not going to like the 12 turnovers at all. They've had some lapses, but some really good things. Yaskeva with the ability to run the floor and hit it in transition. She looked like a track athlete.
Yeah, really just put on the Jets, didn't she? I didn't know she had that in her, but my goodness. You know, really, she has had a great last couple minutes here.
Yeah, now with 6 points. Just 1 rebound. Certainly seems like she's been more active than that. 6 on the shot clock. Maxwell on the baseline to the corner. And there's the offensive foul, late call against Brenna Maxwell. So Gonzaga with some adversity here to close the first half.
Yeah, you're exactly right. The momentum has completely shifted over to the Beach right now.
That's a good call, but it was a late whistle.
Yeah, maybe with the off arm there.
Just a little extension with that left arm. Kai Berry with it. She's got 4 assists in this first half. Michaela Williams right there is Yaskeva, and she's fouled from behind by Eliza Hollingsworth. And Hollingsworth with her first personal. So Christina Yaskeva at the free throw line. That one rattles in. She's now 3 for 3.
And really, that momentum shift is in part because of her play out there. Number 11 has gone to work for the Beach and has really created some great opportunities. And now they're only down 10 now.
Yeah, and they've just simply been the more physical team the last 3 minutes. 40-30. Caitlin Trong backs it out. And another steal. The takeaway by Tori Harris, but Williams takes it back, and here's a whistle and a foul called from the other side of the court. And a foul called on Tori Harris. That's 9 team fouls. The Beach, they're going to come after the Zags in the second half, you can tell. They have found a way to chip away at this, and simply it's just about being physical.
They've been hustling, yeah. They've been slipping around. Any pass that's coming Gonzaga's way, you've got to go and meet it, because the Beach is coming around, they're slipping around, they're getting their hands in the passing lanes. So you got to give some ball fakes, get them up in the air, get it around. You can't just stand and expect to get the pass. You got to go meet it.
Berry with Williams on her. Final 30 seconds of this first half. Berry almost turned it over there. This is Savannah Tucker back to Berry. 12 on the shot clock. Yaskeva into that far corner. Screen is set. Yvonne Ejim with the switch into the corner. 3 on the shot clock. Nice stop. The spin shot is off by Tucker. She got it back. Ejim now with it for the Zags. The defense eventually prevails. 5 on the clock. Kaylin Trong has got to identify that. I don't know if she did it first. Kaylee doesn't get it off in time. And we go to halftime at McCarthy Athletic Center. And Gonzaga with a 42-30 lead. For a while there, it looked like Gonzaga was going to run away and hide. The last 3 minutes, though, credit Long Beach State. They battled back and made it a game, and simply they turned on the defensive jets.
Yeah, the turnovers that they've created, they've turned Gonzaga over 15 times. I mean, that's really what's brought them back into the game.
Okay, A.J. Howell, you've got the coach.
Hey guys, Coach, first of all, the first half of your season over with. What stands out to you most of all with what you've seen so far?
Well, we're not playing strong enough with the ball. I think that's the biggest thing is when we're playing strong and making easy reads, then it's an easy game for us. And when we're not, then they're getting steals and runouts, and then that's why they cut away at the lead.
What do you need to see out of your squad in the second half for this night to be a success?
Well, we need to be stronger with the ball. I definitely think that's a thing. We need to look for easy shots, and we need to kind of be the team that outworks them on the glass and on the hustle stuff. And I think midway through that second quarter, they took over and they had all the momentum. So we need to find a way to regain that.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, A.J. Thank you, Coach. It is the first half of a brand new season.
Yeah.
There's going to be some chinks in the armor, right? You're going to fall down and
Some
trip over the ball once in a
wrinkles
while.
to iron out.
Yes, but it was a fast start by the Zags. Credit to Long Beach State for hanging in there and then battling back. Found their way in the second half of that second quarter, and they've made it a ball game. It's 42-30. Zags shoot 53.8%, led by Yvonne Ejim's 12 points. We got a good one brewing in Spokane. Halftime when we come back. The Gonzaga Halftime Report brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino. Join us at Coeur d'Alene Casino for a mouth-watering steak dinner, pampering spa treatment, or the hottest games around. Coeur d'Alene Casino, a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Athletics. Coeur d'Alene Casino, welcome home. Well, we are at the half at the McCarthy Athletic Center, Spokane. Look at that picture. Bomb Squad out there now offering some halftime entertainment. Steph and I will do our best to do the same for you at home. Kaylin Trong, star of that first half, I think, for Gonzaga, simply because she did it at both ends. Ejim, you could make the argument as well, but when you see a guard taking those charges in the lane, that's inspiring stuff.
Sacrificing their body, right? And it just amps your teammates up as well. And not only that, but getting it done from the outside. When you make big defensive plays like that, it just brings a different energy to your game, and it really gets you going. And you can see here, not only from the outside she gets it going, but she's driving to the lane as well.
Yeah, step back three there. She took another big charge later in that second quarter as well. And look, it's not like this Zag team played so well they didn't give the coaches anything to work on at halftime. They turned the ball over a lot. So what is the message at half? And besides, hey, look, value the basketball, because I think they only had 3 in that first quarter. Most of them came in the second quarter.
Well, I think it's what Coach Fortier was talking about. You got to be strong. You can't be careless with it. You got to make ball fakes. You know the beach is coming defensively. That's what they've been known for. And so you got to make the right passes. They got to get to moving the ball again like they did in that first quarter and getting those easy shots. But you got to come meet the pass. You got to be strong. You got to know that they're coming at all times.
And then you got to tip your cap to your appointment. Long Beach State, man, they dialed in the energy in that second quarter and made a game of it. 42-30. Halftime continues at the McCarthy Athletic Center. We're back in a moment. And welcome back to the McCarthy Athletic Center. Greg Heister, Stephanie Hawk Freeman, A.J. Howell courtside. 42-30 our score. Gonzaga over Long Beach State in this season opener for both programs. The home opener, obviously, for Gonzaga. They've not lost a home opener since 2003. Halftime stats brought to you by the Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort and Hotel. The turnovers certainly jump off the page, and the points off the turnovers. Each team did a good job making offense out of that. Points in the paint, kind of even. Bench points, a bit of an advantage. But Long Beach State's offensive efficiency, it got to 50%, 11 of 22 from the floor in the second half of that second quarter.
Well, they got themselves easier looks. They got a few layups, and it really came from those turnovers. And when we looked at the turnover breakdown, it's coming from the posts down low, 9 from 2 of the posts. And so they got to make the simple plays. Don't try to do too much, right? But Gonzaga doing a nice job with those second chance points, sticking with it and giving themselves those second looks. And
Gonzaga with 14 field goals, they assisted on 11 of those. So a lot of really good things. But as I said, there's a lot of things. Well, at the end of the first quarter, you're like, whoa, this Gonzaga team's in midseason form. And then that the second quarter exposed some things, didn't it?
Yes, it did. A lot of film session learning points there. Maybe some tired legs. I don't know. We talked about that being the first game of the season, maybe not being in game shape yet. So, who knows? Or
Long Beach State just got tired of getting beat.
Maybe they turned it up a couple notches, yes.
Halftime continuing at the McCarthy Athletic Center. Offense created by the defense. Williams. Great pass forward. Egypt, 2 over 12. Zags up by 12. Halftime continues. And welcome back to the McCarthy Athletic Center. Greg Heister, Stephanie Hawk, Freeman, A.J. Howe. Partner, seems like a lot of energy in here tonight already, don't you think?
Yeah, well, I think you've got a very high energetic team in the Beach, and then Gonzaga, such a high-powered offensive team that, we've seen a lot of action up and down. Yeah.
And then we got the Bulldog band.
Yeah.
Just keeping everybody awake. They're going at it over there. That's the problem. The food is so good at the McCarthy Athletic Center. You go at halftime, you have yourself a big roast beef sandwich, you come out here in a food coma, and then you got to get woken up again for the second half, right? Like somebody's got to kick your boots. So I anticipate the crowd to get more into this game as the second half progresses.
Well, I think
as they come out of their food coma.
Well, I think so, and I think Gonzaga's going to give them something to, cheer about and get going on.
The Beach will begin on offense. Williams watching Barry. Mackay with a lot of dribble here. 14 on the shot clock. Yaskeva into the corner. Shot is short from Hamilton Fisher. And the first rebound of this half goes to Gonzaga. The run out. Egypt, good defense from behind. Tori Harris with the block.
Yeah, it looked like a great opportunity for Gonzaga, but like you said, Harris hustling back and making the stop. Great play.
And now the Beach with an opportunity to score first here in this third quarter. Yaskeva into the corner. 10 on the shot clock. Drive. And free throws coming for Tori Harris. And I believe Hollingsworth just picked up her third personal foul. Actually, just 2. Check that. She has 2.
Well, Harris last year, she's a transfer from St. Bonaventure. Last year averaged 11 points a game, 5.5 rebounds. So like I said, she's a good scorer. She's got a scorer's mentality. And after making that defensive play, really looking to attack.
So who's the most famous player that ever played at St. Bonaventure?
Oh, Greg, I'm not good at this
The biggest feats in basketball. Bob Lanier. The great Bob Lanier. St. Bonaventure's in my hometown.
Okay.
That's where I grew up. So I know these useless facts. 10-point game. Egypt with a catch. Hollingsworth posting up inside. Here's Williams.
So again, Yvonne's got the advantage inside because the Beach switches every screen.
Too hard. Kalen with the offensive rebound. Did not hit rim. Doesn't matter. Great bounce to Egypt, and Yvonne lays it in.
Yvonne was working so hard because she had Bambrick on her down low. They didn't get to the ball to her initially, but because it wasn't switched back, Yvonne had the advantage on that second chance play.
Yaskeva drives on Hollingsworth. Good defense. And now Kaylee Trong. Assessing the offense. Ejim, great position. Can't finish. Hollingsworth can't get the rebound, but Malia Bambrick does. And the Beach down by 12 with the basketball. You can tell the Beach, their confidence growing in this game. Deep three, that's off from Harris. But it was a good look.
Well, when you play defense like they do, it's easy to get back into a game really quickly, and it's only a 12-point game. So you gotta, if you're Gonzaga, you gotta be very careful.
Good switch. Yaskeva now on Kaylin Trong. Hollingsworth with the size advantage inside. Here's the feed. Falls off the rim. Ejim, another look. Couple of offensive rebounds and then the bucket.
I think Yvonne was just patting her stats there.
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm just kidding. You could tell she was a little irritated with herself with that first miss, but sticking with it.
Ejim now with 16 points, 7 rebounds. 4 offensive. Berry inside. Got to connect those if you want to win. Ejim, great catch. Running the floor, Yvonne Ejim. Making her presence known in this third quarter. She's blown it up with 18. And a timeout called by the Beach. Jeff Kamen wants to talk about it. Gonzaga has exploded coming out of the locker room. They lead it by 16. 6:50 to play, third quarter. Gonzaga Hoops Player of the Game brought to you by Multicare Health System. Whether you're at home or in the kennel, Multicare's team of doctors, nurses, and specialists partner with you all season long. And we're going to take a look at a great hoops play.
And this is what you're going to be seeing all year long. The vision and the running of this team. You can see the big running the court and the guards finding them. That is a great play. That is a play that you highlight in film session. It was what? 1-2 dribble, pass, layup. I mean, it doesn't get more efficient than that.
And look, if your dream is to play at Gonzaga and you're a post player out there, you got to be able to run the floor.
And
that's all they recruit.
Fun. It's so much fun. As a post, you run the floor, you know you're going to get the ball. And it's just awesome when you can outrun your defender and just get those easy buckets.
All right, 16-point lead. Gonzaga has extended their lead here to begin the third quarter. And Ejim guarding a long way out from the bucket. Here's Berry. This is Courtney Murphy. Step back three is short. Berry with an offensive rebound. Into the corner, Yaskeva now. Good defense by Ejim. Bambrick trying to step through, goes to the corner. Yaskeva drives the baseline. Ejim is there, but Yaskeva scores through the contact. Great bucket.
It looked like Gonzaga was going to put together a really great defensive play, stop on that possession, but Yaskeva really showing up tonight. She's done a little bit of everything for her team.
Kaylin Trong couldn't come up with that pass from Hollingsworth. Turnover number 17 for Gonzaga. Williams and Hollingsworth out. Maxwell and Maud Hybens on the floor for GU. 14-point lead. Maxwell guarding the ball. This is Berry with it now. Far side to Bambrick. Yaskeva. 5 on the shot clock. Turner drives, hangs, missed. Maxwell was there defensively. Hand off to Kaylee Trong. Hybens, high post. Yaskeva all over her. 12 on the shot clock. Kaylee, there's a whistle, foul called away from the ball with 10 on the shot clock, and I believe it's on Malia Bambrick of Long Beach State. There's a shot.
Just like they executed in shoot-around today. They practiced that. Nice job with the read and just knowing that you're going to be open, right? Trong recognizing that she's going to be open right away.
Oh, big collision there with Kaylin Trong and Makai Berry. Makai took the brunt of that. She's up. Good sportsmanship.
Yeah.
Everybody okay. 4:47 to play in the third. Gonzaga leading Long Beach State by 16, 50-34. Tonight's Smiles of the Game brought to you by Delta Dental. We're on a mission to help make Washington State 100% cavity-free. To learn more, visit cavityfreewa.com to see how we're making a difference in our community. Brought to you by Delta Dental of Washington, proud supporters of Healthy Smiles and your Gonzaga Bulldogs. Brush those teeth, ladies and gentlemen. The whole world will thank you for it.
Well, Gonzaga's given the fans a lot of things to smile about tonight. They've got to like what they're seeing. Early on, obviously, we said, there's some things to work on, but you got to like a lot of what you're seeing tonight.
Let's be honest, though, it's never not been fun. Like, they've played a fun brand of basketball now, literally for a couple of decades.
Oh, yeah.
It's so fun.
High offense,
yeah,
team
up
defense.
And down the floor.
Yeah.
Bigs that can run, guards that can shoot, IQ. 12 on the shot clock. Jump shot, that's long from Bambrick, but another chance. And that shot from Murphy doesn't go. And that touched the baseline. Turnover. Harris couldn't keep it in. Gonzaga basketball up by 16. Zags with two players in double digits now. Kaylin Trong with 10. Yvonne Ejim with 18. Ejim with it right now. Kaylee Trong trying to post up. That shot off from Maxwell. And it's rebounded by Bambrick and back come the Beach. Tori Harris. Ejim steps in front of it. And the lay-in at the other end. You see, if you want to play post at Gonzaga, you better be able to run.
There's not a lot of players that's going to catch Yvonne in the open court.
No. Escava back to the corner. Quick three. Maxwell had it, pushed from behind. And a foul called against Long Beach State. And I believe it's on Escava. There's the defense and the run out by Yvonne Ejim. And AJ, you've got more for us on Yvonne.
Last 2 years coming off of the bench. Her performance last season earning her West Coast Conference 6th Woman of the Year. Second Zag in a row to take home that honor. But when she was asked about potentially starting this season just a few weeks ago, she said, you know what, I hope this season isn't different as far as being on the hardwood with her teammates. She says either way, they're still playing their basketball and hopes that stays consistent. The real fun's in competition, and that's heightened a little bit now that her name is out there.
Oh, it's out there. And you got to love her brand of basketball. It's physical, it's athletic, it's defensive, and she can run. That's what we just saw a moment ago. And obviously, she can put it in the bucket. She's got 20 points and 7 rebounds. She's 4 of 4 from the free throw line, 8 of 12 from the field. 8 on the shot clock. Turner got by Hybens but missed it. Battle for the loose ball. Still loose and right to Williams. And the rebound cleared by Hamilton Fisher. Berry. There's Harris, deep three. Bingo. (52-37). 2 minutes to play now in this third quarter. Kaylee Trong. Bambrick with it. Harris again, another corner three. That one's off. Hollingsworth battles. Barry came up with it. And just like that, 13-point game, timeout on the floor, Gonzaga.
Well, really what's happened is Gonzaga is just trying to go straight up on those missed shots by the beach. And you can't do that. You've got to get a body in someone. And you can see right here, missed play, no body on Barry, just able to go up. We've talked about the size of Gonzaga. They cannot just go and expect to go straight up.
And you can't allow the point guard to come in and get a rebound.
Exactly. So you've got to get a body 1 through 5. Every position's got to box out, and then go get the ball strong and bring it in.
And we're reminded it's the opening game of the season.
Yeah.
Right? And you want something left to coach. Zags now 19 of 40 for the game. That's 47.5%. Got 14 assists on those 19 makes, but they're only 5 of 14 in this third quarter. And Long Beach just 3 of 14. Neither team playing as well, as efficiently offensively as they did in that first half. Here's Williams. Hanging in the air, Kaylee Trong. She wanted a whistle.
She did. The beach coming out in that full court press, Gonzaga handled that effortlessly. They just passed the ball, not a lot of dribbling, got it up, didn't seem frazzled by it.
Hamilton Fisher with Maxwell right there. Here's Barry. 7 on the shot clock. Skip to the corner. Bambrick rimmed out. And a good box out there by Stokes. But she lost the grip. So possession belongs to Long Beach State. Bambrick from the elbow. Jump shot is good. She's got 7. And it's back to a 13-point Gonzaga lead. 45 seconds to go in the third.
It seems like when Gonzaga is going to pull away, they build up their lead, the beach just comes right back. Definitely still within striking distance.
I agree. Kaylee Trong. So shifty, working on Harris. Hollingsworth missed it from the baseline. It's loose. Kaylee Trong had her digits on it, but lost it out of play. 24.8 to go in this third. And Long Beach State basketball. Egypt coming back in for GU. Yaskeva coming back onto the floor for the Beach. Barry with the basketball. Michaela Williams on ball defense. 13 seconds. Barry a long way away. To the elbow. Hamilton Fisher. Stuck by Trong, loose ball. And it belongs to Gonzaga with 3.5 to go in this third. And again, they went right at Egypt, and Yvonne up to the task. Here's the heave. Kaylee Trong. It was on target. 54-41 our score after 3 quarters between Gonzaga and Long Beach State. The home opener for Gonzaga, season opener for the Beach. Egypt having a big game for Gonzaga with 20 points, 7 rebounds. And the steal, the run out, 54-41. We go to the fourth when we come back.
Welcome back. Gonzaga leading Long Beach State 54-41 heading into the fourth quarter. This is the season opener for Gonzaga. They'll be back home again Saturday hosting a Southern Utah. Then they'll hit the road to face Wyoming. Then they really go on a road trip. They'll be in the Bahamas for a tournament facing Louisville, the team that ended their 2021-2022 season, potentially facing Texas. Then Eastern Washington and Maine here at the Kennel. On the road again to face Stephen F. Austin, Stanford, Queens University of Charlotte, and UC Davis before they head into conference play.
Thank you, AJ. And I think it's been the case with both the men's and the women's programs here at Gonzaga. They've never been afraid to schedule.
No, I love it. Coach Fortier always has her team facing some of the top teams in the nation in these preseason or these non-conference games. And that Louisville game, I'm really excited to watch because that's the rematch. Exactly, yeah.
You got nothing to lose, right, in that game. Just go do it.
At the time, it was the second round in the NCAA. Louisville was a #1 seed, and Gonzaga only lost by 9 points. Really gave the Cardinals a scare, and I'm really excited for that. And then just that field, that whole Bahamas tournament has got team after team after team, so it's going to give Gonzaga a lot of opportunities to get some marquee wins.
Brenna Maxwell fouled on that three-point shot. Strong enough to get it to go, and now a chance for a 4-point play. She's got 8 points in her Gonzaga debut. Make it 9. Gonzaga's lead back to 17. 9:43 to play. And then they go down to Stanford. Tara Vanderveer and that Stanford team might be better this year than last year. And Haley Jones is going to be playing point guard for that team this year.
Haley Jones, and you got Cameron Brink down low.
It's trouble.
Hannah Jump.
I'm telling you, it's trouble down there. It's big trouble.
They got a lot of weapons.
It's a really good team. But I think it's one of those programs, if you're Gonzaga, you want to play every year. If you get Tara Vanderveer to schedule, you get it, and she'll come here and play you. Like, I'm putting that game on the schedule every year if possible.
Props. And I believe, I was talking to Lisa, and she used to work camps for Coach Vanderveer down there. And so they've got a nice relationship, and I think both of them respect each other, obviously giving Stanford the opportunity to come up and travel up here and play in a fun environment as well. Really appreciate both coaches being able to keep that alive.
Yeah, it's great. It's fantastic. Stanford, certainly one of the standards and the standard on the West Coast. That shot from Kaylin won't go, but another offensive rebound and back for Yvonne Ejim. She's in some pain right now. She may have been poked.
Yeah. She's blinking quite a bit.
Yeah. Trying to fight that discomfort off. Harris on the drive. Williams there to help defensively. Step through, up and in.
Wow, tough.
Nice bucket there by Tori Harris. This redshirt senior from Dix Hills, New York. Maxwell, little step to the left. Another three. Maxwell into double digits now with 12. The fourth Zag to reach that milestone.
And I don't think we've touched on this, perhaps, but Gonzaga's three-point shooting this year, my goodness, with Maxwell and the Trongs, and then you've got Hollingsworth that can step out and knock down a three as well. When you get shooters going and they see each other, you know, when you see your teammate make a three, it's contagious.
What I love about Maxwell, she gets that shot off so quickly.
Yeah.
Like, feet are set, catch, gone. To the post. Nice catch down there. Yaskeva with the finish. She's got a dozen. She's been fun to watch tonight, Christina Yaskeva.
Yeah, she has really done a lot for the Beach. Like you said, she's got 12 points, shooting 4 of 6, so shooting for a high clip from the floor.
Kaylin, another three. Zags now 9 of 20 from downtown. Kaylin with 13 points. Leading her sister Kaylee, who has 10. Harris got it to the corner. Bambrick to the post. Yaskeva with a nice catch, and it's poked away by Kaylin. And then it's thrown out of play. 7:25 to go. Stokes out. Maxwell out. For Chiu. Kaylee Tron back on the floor.
Well, I said it. It's contagious. Maxwell hitting a three right before that, giving her teammate a big 5. Nice job. The one thing you do have to be careful, though, is that you don't fall in love with it completely.
Yeah.
You got to keep feeding your inside.
Kaylee Trong, they're in love with it right now.
Or just keep knocking them down.
Yes, and who wouldn't be in love with it right now? They're falling 10 of 21 now from downtown. Bambrick stepping inside that three-point line. Malia, the senior from Santa Clara. 20-point Gonzaga lead. And they got to fix the net, which they've done. Well, I think the Zags defense has been better this half, although Long Beach State has hit their first 3 shots to open this quarter, but they're 7 of 19 for the half, 36.8%. Gonzaga's hit 5 of their first 7 shots to begin this fourth.
Well, and I think they've only turned the ball over once as well, and so that's a big piece of it.
Kayla Williams found the spot and connected through Kenan Kai, the freshman from San Diego.
Another thing that Gonzaga does is, because they're so deep and they play so many players, they can really wear down teams late in the games, and that's when you see them pull away. They're able to keep those legs fresh and keep bodies coming in.
That was a foul on Michaela Williams. They missed that. She stuck her leg and tripped Barry. 71-49, 6:25 to go. Just to prove that I'm not a complete homer. I do call him the way I see him once in a while. Michaela Williams. And a foul call. I think these are important minutes for somebody like Michaela. Take the ball. Use your assets. Try to make a play offensively and score. We know you can do it at the other end, but let's get comfortable in trying to break down the opponent off the dribble. You agree? I do.
I think, like, we saw it a little bit. She had a play where she drove into the paint and got herself a look. But I think this is a great opportunity to keep working on that offense, making the right reads off of that drive.
And a great deflection there right into the hands of Kaylin Trong. Hollingsworth posting up inside, wanted the ball. Here's Ejim with 22. Kaylin Trong wide open. That one ridden out. Guess who's there for the offensive rebound?
If you just watch these shooters' faces, they know. I mean, she knew she was going to be open coming off of that, and she was just waiting and waiting. Yes, she missed it, but she knew where her defense was, and you knew she was going to shoot that.
Ejim has worked hard this game. 9 of 13. 4 of 4 from the line. 22 points, 10 rebounds, a double-double tonight. Clearly the player of the game. She earned the rest. 5:20 to go. Bambrick again stepping inside that three-point line, and it rimmed down. Hollingsworth with the rebound. Here's Williams to Kaylin Trong. Trong sister's so good. Kaylee rimmed it out, 3-second call. But they're so good. They're so smooth with the ball. They make the right play. They never dribble into trouble. Like I don't ever see them dribble down to the baseline and get pinned anywhere.
Yeah, or pick up their dribble,
yes,
and just get stuck.
And you have 2 of them.
Right. I know.
You have options.
You have options. Exactly.
The other thing that's hard to believe, though, is, they're seniors.
I know.
How fast it's gone. It seemed like they just got here. And Kaylin picking up the personal foul. That'll put Savannah Tucker at the free throw line when we come back. 4:44 to play at the McCarthy Athletic Center. Gonzaga on their way to another season opening victory. Gonzaga coverage of this game brought to you by Primera, proud partner of the Gonzaga basketball program. Thank you, Primera. 4:44 to go. Greg Heiser, Stephanie Hawk-Freeman, A.J. Howell. Zag's defense, and Yvonne Ejim with another bucket. I think it's a great opener, don't you think?
I do. I really do, because I think there's a lot of great pieces that they did really well today. And there's a lot of learning pieces, right,
yes,
to move forward. And so I think playing a team like Long Beach is definitely going to help Gonzaga in the long run, right? Like just for those reasons that I said. They've exposed some weaknesses of Gonzaga, got to tighten up some of those turnovers and some other things like that. But I really think there's a lot of great things to take away from this game.
And I like the fact that they went to the half, they took directive, they came out, and they did a much better job.
Yes.
Only 3 turnovers in the second half.
Yeah.
After 15 in the first half, so they took care of the ball better. They were efficient again on offense. They're 7 of 10 from the floor this half. And the Beach 7 of 20 this half, 35%. So an overall better effort in the second half for Gonzaga. Esther Little, number 0 on the floor. Maxwell thought she was fouled. And now a foul on the rebound. And I believe the foul's on number 21, Abby Schaaf, a freshman from Redding, California. 4:27 to play. Maxwell trying to get open. Hollingsworth tripped up inside off the catch. Thought she turned her ankle at first, but no, she didn't.
It didn't look very graceful, did it?
No.
Make you hold your breath for a second.
Free throws for Elijah, 5 points in the game, 2 of 5. Hit a 3, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. Well, big game tomorrow for the men.
Mm-hmm.
What a great way to measure where your program is at right away out of the chute. Play Michigan State tomorrow. Down on the Abraham Lincoln, San Diego. Can't wait for that one, I think. Tucker with a drive. Battle for the rebound. And it's won by Schaaf. Another chance. The 3 attempt short by Ka. And Gonzaga ball, 3:50 to go. Maxwell to the post. Hollingsworth couldn't get there. Five straight years in the NCAA tournament. I remember once upon a time when the dream was to get there.
Right. That was the goal.
Yeah. Let's just get there. You know. And now it's
I mean, you look at this
it's
program.
real.
Yeah,
I mean, it's real.
It's like a 20-win plus win season every season for this team. And like you said, if you're looking to play for an exciting, fun team, and you want to go to the NCAA tournament, this is it.
I agree with that. And you've got a charter plane. You got an incredible locker room. You got the Volker Center now, workout area. Like when you bring a recruit to Gonzaga, it's the real deal. I don't know if there's a better facility in all of women's college basketball. It's certainly on the par with the best.
It's amazing how much the facilities have changed since I played here. Yeah. I walk in and I'm like, wow.
Yeah,
wow. You know, it started after my freshman year. We got to move into the McCarthy. My freshman year, we played in the Martin.
Yes.
And just every year after, just something new, something more exciting.
It's hard to believe how old this building is now.
I know.
But that Volker Center is impressive too. When you go over there, man, it is just done right. And when you're a player and you play in these programs, and you go into the film room,
yeah,
like you're like, wow. This is, and the workout facility over there. It is set up for success for sure. Long-term success. Destiny Burton had it stripped away. Tucker. And the defense by Esther Little running the floor, staying with it. .2:14 to play. Gonzaga up by 26. And they're emptying the bench. Good catch. Duck under. And free throws coming for Maud Hybens. Esther doing a great job running the floor. Watch her come from nowhere to swat it.
Yeah, just so long. A 6'2" guard. You know, you look at Michaela Williams and you say, oh, she's a long guard, 6'1".
Yes.
Well, then you bring in Little at 6'2".
And a guard.
And a guard, right?
Yeah, and you earn points running the floor like that from behind.
It's the hustle plays.
It is. It's just staying with it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're up by, 25-plus points, and you're still doing that. You're making the most of your opportunities when you do get on the floor. Good for her, the sophomore from Ipswich, England. I wonder if she grew up a Harry Potter fan.
I don't know. I was sitting in shoot-around, though, and it was so much fun because we had Eliza, Maud, and Esther all sitting right there. And I thought I was in a different country because they were the only three, and they all had their accents. And it was just so neat.
Is Ipswich in Harry Potter? It sounds like a town or a place that would be in Harry Potter, Ipswich. I'd have to ask my kiddo. She's only read that series like 12 times. 8 on the shot clock. There's a nice finish by Callie Stokes, the redshirt freshman from Redondo Beach.
It's so much fun to get to see Muma and Stokes out on the floor. They were the ones rallying the bench last year. I don't know if you remember, but they had so much energy and fun down there. And now they're getting out on the court. You can see every once in a while Muma with just the biggest smile as she's bringing up the ball.
Peyton with the basketball right now. There's Little. Destiny Burton setting the screen. Pick and roll. Gonzaga thinks that ball was off of one of the players from Long Beach State. Southern Utah is next, and then they go on the road at Wyoming. And then the tournament where they open against Louisville, one of the best programs and teams this year in the country. I think they're ranked number 7 currently, but it certainly is a team that could get back to a Final Four.
Yeah, like I said, that battle for Atlantis down in the Bahamas, that is a loaded tournament.
Yeah.
They're going to have great opportunities to play top-tier teams over there. And they've always fared, under Coach 48, in these tournaments, they've always fared really well in these tournaments, matching up against these top teams. Really excited to see how they do. I
think it's the same way on the men's side. For whatever reason, Gonzaga develops chemistry early in the season, right? So you go on the road, you show up with a team that's truly a team in November.
Yeah.
And if you start hitting your threes and you got that chemistry, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Bounce. That's a great look inside, but a foul called. And that stops the clock with 20.8 seconds to go. And Callie Stokes will shoot 2 at the line. Long on the first attempt. It's hard to believe it's November already. And it'll be Christmas before we know it.
And then conference play.
Once conference play gets here, you swear like the NCAA tournaments the next week, Like it goes that fast. Burton with a chance. Shot short. Good look, though. Should be the last attempt. Defense by Little. Esther with some good minutes here to close this one out for Gonzaga. Right now she's screaming at the coach, "Coach, give me minutes." 80-54 the final. Entertaining game tonight between Gonzaga and Long Beach State. And I love what I saw from Gonzaga, that fast start. They faced some adversity. Long Beach State made a game of it. They had to go to the locker room at half, make some changes, alter some things, and they came out and they played a professional game in the second half.
Well, I think what I liked most is that they showed that they could get it done from all areas of the court. They established an inside game. They shot it well behind the three-point line, had some drives into the paint, shared the ball. We talked about their assists on the makes. Really well-rounded.
I agree. We'll take a timeout, ladies and gentlemen. We'll come back and wrap it up when we come back from the McCarthy Athletic Center. Gonzaga, another home opening win, 80-54 the final. We're back in a moment. And welcome back to the McCarthy Athletic Center. We go now to A.J. Howe, who has the player of the game and, of course, the coach of the game that pulled all the right strings.
That's right, guys. Here with Yvonne Ejim, our player of the game. Yvonne, just talk about first game of the season. What's clicking for you early on?
Rebounding. I feel like rebounding leads to a lot of stuff, starts a lot of chain reactions in our offense and our defense. So I feel like that's something that's being consistent this season.
There was a stretch in this game where you guys had like 7 different players score back-to-back in a span of like 3 minutes. What does that say about how good this team can be when you get things going?
Just like our versatility and how much we can like really attack our offense in different ways. That's literally what it showcases, that every person on our team has an ability to contribute in like more than one way. So it's really great to see at the beginning of the season.
Absolutely. Congrats on the win.
Thank you so much.
All right, now we'll talk to Coach Fortier. Coach, we talked at halftime about ball placement, all of that. Tell me what you saw in the second half that you guys may have worked on.
Well, I don't know what the numbers look like, but I did see Yvonne got a couple of really big rebounds. Eliza started going to the glass, and we didn't stop running. They're a transition team too, but we didn't stop running, but we were much stronger with the ball. I'm guessing we turned it over far less in the second half than we did in that first half, and that was what was leading to their easy baskets that kept them going. So I think that the rebounding and then just like I said, taking care of the ball, being strong with it was a key.
Now, it's not necessarily a surprise to see Yvonne's performance tonight, but just talk about how hard she's worked over the past 2 years, getting to be a starter now, and what you saw out of her tonight.
Yeah, I mean, she could have started for us last season. Her freshman year she didn't play a whole lot of minutes, but she puts in the time. She works really hard to push herself every practice to be her very best, to go at a speed that's uncomfortable for her, so that when she gets into the game, she is comfortable. And I just think she's got the talent with the work ethic that's going to be a recipe for success anywhere you go in anything that you do. For us, it happens to be basketball, and we need her this year, so it's great. But that's always going to be a winning combination.
Kaylin Trong, drawing charges, draining threes. It always seemed to be at the right time. Yeah. Just talk about what an asset she is to this team.
I think the thing that Lenny does is she just plays under control and composed. And sometimes players get sped up. She doesn't really get sped up. She kind of just plays at the pace that she wants to play at. And I think that's the biggest key for her is she's never rattled. We could be on a downward run. They could be making a run. We could be on the receiving end of that, and she just still finds a way to stay calm, stay composed, and that's what you really want in point guard play.
Absolutely. Congrats on the win, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, Greg.
Thank you, AJ. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Yvonne. Time now to announce tonight's player of the game, presented by A to Z Rental. No job too big or too small. With 8 convenient locations, we rent everything. Let A to Z Rental be your most valuable player. And, of course, partner, it's Yvonne, 22 and 10.
Well, yeah, she's getting herself easy looks just by running the court, and then went to work, like you said, down low. Rebounds, 22 points, 9 of 13 shooting, phenomenal, 4 for 4 from the free throw line, and 10 rebounds, and earning herself a double-double.
Well, partner, we're off and running. Another college basketball season now is underway. The men, of course, last week, and now the women, and we're going to be treated to some good Gonzaga basketball this winter, aren't we?
I think Yvonne said it the best, right? They demonstrated how well they can perform from all different places on the court offensively, and each player is not just a one-dimensional player. They've got, multiple weapons that they can use.
Yeah, and it's not just that they're winning games. It's the way they play.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. Like, it's up and down, and It's athletic, and you have those big post players running up and down the floor, and then the IQ that they can play with. And now you throw in Brenda Maxwell at the guard position along with the Trong sisters. It's an impressive attack.
It really is. And the way they share the ball and just celebrate each other, right? They get it almost as excited getting the assist as they do scoring themselves.
Yeah. 22-10 for Yvonne Ejim. Tune in to SWX this Saturday for a big day of Big Sky football. It all starts at noon when the Eastern Washington Eagles travel to Missoula to battle the 16th-ranked Montana Grizzlies. Then at 4, the 15th-ranked Idaho Vandals host the red-hot UC Davis Aggies. Big Sky football live this Saturday on SWX, your home for local sports. Well, ladies and gentlemen, impressive showing for Gonzaga. They ended up shooting for the game 50%, 28 of 56. They had 19 assists on those 28 makes. They held Long Beach State to 37% shooting, and we saw some ups, we saw some downs, but in the end it was Gonzaga winning it 80 to 54, and they are now off and running throughout their schedule this November and December, and it is going to get tough for them. For Stephanie Hawk Freeman and A.J. Howell, I'm Greg Heister. Great night from the McCarthy Athletic Center. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next time.